we have words at my house that represent other things in reality, and it's just become habit for us. So like instead of us having like one of those vacuum robots, it's robot.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of chicken nuggets, it's chicky nugs.
Okay.
And instead of saying we're happy, we say we're married.
Yeah.
Hey there, and welcome once again to the Juror Brewery tour.
Well said.
Thanks, I'm Jay.
I'm Seth.
And tonight, we're going to the dark side.
The dark side?
The dark side.
Like with the Emperor?
No.
Like the Luke at the end?
No.
Or was he bad at the end?
I don't know, because everything was just so convoluted, especially when you had the prequels and sequels.
Yeah. All the quills.
So many quills.
So many quills.
Including Peter. But tonight,
Tonight,
we're having Dunkles. We're taking great big Dunkles and drinking them down.
I don't think that's what you think it means.
That is exactly what I think it means.
I don't think that's what it means.
And tonight we're starting with the German Phil Altbayerisch Dunkel Lager from Kichissippi Brewing near Ottawa. This is 5.3% and 28 IBUs.
Nice. So what do you know about Dunkels?
I know that they are dark lagers and sometimes not dark lagers, but they tend to be darker.
They do. Well, Dunkel does mean dark.
Yes.
Now, I think
as opposed to a Drunkel, and I have a couple of those.
Well, who doesn't?
And so does my nephew. Go on.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah, I think originally the Dunkel was actually just the idea that you would walk in and say, "I'm a Dunkel." It wouldn't mean give me a dark beer. And then I think it's kind of, evolved to be its own style of, 4 to 5% darker malts, a lot of Munich malts. So they're usually, around this color, maybe even a little bit darker.
That's a really nice color, though. What a clean-looking beer.
It's very, very clear.
It's almost the color of a copper, and it's got this big frothy head on top, and a little bit of action in the glass. Not a ton, though.
Yeah, the head is really quite thick.
Hey, I got peaks.
I was gonna say it looks thick enough. You can smell a little bread.
Quite a bit of bread, but also it's doughy white bread that I'm smelling specifically, not sourdough or brown bread or anything like that.
No rye or anything, just very white Dempsters.
Pizza dough almost.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. A hint of malt to it, a hint of just the tiniest bit of malt to it as well.
Yeah, it's not overpowering malt scent.
Sweet hits me right away.
Really?
Just that tiny bit of sweet right at the front of the tongue there. Not a sweet dominant flavor, but just a tiny bit of sweet first. And then you get the more traditional lager flavors, and it has a kind of a backbone of malt coming in at the end with some bitter.
Yeah, the bitterness actually kind of hit me right away.
You didn't get the sweet at all, right?
I didn't get the sweet right away at all. I got the bitterness, and it was a nice dark malty bitterness. And the bitterness has just kind of stayed through. I don't know. Let's have another sip and see.
No, I think I'd rather just hold to the truth that I have. I'm going to own my own truth, that it was sweet at first. And it really hits the front of the tongue sweet, and the back edges of the tongue bitter.
I get the idea of maybe where your sweet is coming from. It's got that kind of clean, crisp flavor to it. Clean, crisp taste. But
no, man, I'm getting tongue coated and sweet at first.
Wow.
You're not getting that at all.
I'm not getting that.
It wouldn't surprise me, though. You got a little more malt in here, a little more sugars for the yeasties to feed upon, and just give us a little more sweet.
Yeah, the bitterness is quite nice, though. It's certainly a good amount of bitterness. It is not a slight bitterness at all.
No, it's very present,
yes,
but not overwhelming. Tasty malty. I like it. Let's go on.
Yeah. Up next, we've got the Dunkel Bronte from Snail Brewery.
That's in Milton.
In Milton, yes, Milton. This is a dark wheat beer. Wheat beer.
I see.
Coming in at 5%.
Look at the head on that. It's huge.
Yeah. Well, the wheat beer idea.
But we are getting a much cloudier beer here.
A lot darker.
But I think, yours is so much darker than mine.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I'd say more like a chocolate peanut butter.
Yours is getting closer to that than mine is. Yeah. Mine's still fairly tan, but it kind of looks like watered down coffee.
And again, tight, foamy head.
Okay.
Again, peaks.
Little peaks on there.
I'm getting all the spice that I'd usually get from a wheat beer.
I'm getting a little floral.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of floral off of that.
And maybe even okay, this is ridiculous, but it's a little bit of the smell of strawberry jam, like that kind of floral, leaning a little toward the sweet
You know what?
side.
I can get that.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that thicker
The
jelly.
Yes. The jam that's been sitting at the back of the fridge for maybe 6 years, and then you open it up and you're like, is it still good? Like,
And then you try it.
and then you try it and it's
Yeah,
great because
that's
it's
great.
jam. Because
Yeah.
it never
Jam
goes bad.
ages?
I don't think it does. It's kind of like, you know,
Well, after you eat it, you might get jammed
it's like
up.
Paul Rudd. Just doesn't age.
Oh yeah, that's all wheat beer. That's spicy and a little bit of banana and light and bubble gum in there too.
Yeah, all of that with that little bit of bitterness at the end that I wouldn't usually get out of a wheat beer.
But also like a little bit of that darkness too.
Yeah,
It's got a
interesting.
little more malt, a little more brown sugar to it.
Mm-hmm.
That combined with that banana, combined with a little bit of the bubble, like that's a really nice presence to have a little more molasses to it without it
Yeah.
being a molasses flavor.
And it for me, I don't like wheat beers because of the floral taste. That scent in the beer doesn't usually appeal to me. But all of those malts and all of that stuff that we were talking about kind of mask that and make it a really nice, enjoyable beer for me.
This is really pleasant. Now, like most wheat beers, a little gassy,
It is.
but really tasty. All right, our last beer tonight is one of the classics. This is the Erdinger Weissbier Dunkel, Privat Brewery, which I think means private brewery. So the Privat Brewery.
I think so.
Yes, my German's not as good as it once was.
Yes.
Yes.
And Erdinger's obviously it's one of the, for me it's the champagne of wheat beers.
We're having champagne. We don't do that on this show.
No, I know, but it's the champagne of wheat beers. for
Of
me.
wheat beers?
That's right. So this is
Oh, look
is
at
gonna
that
be
color
really-
there, huh?
oh wow.
Very nice.
Oh that is dark.
Wow. It took you
That
3
is
tries
something.
to say the word dark. That's so funny.
Well,
That is, wait a minute. That is, hold up. That is dark. Wow.
Well, because these new glasses, it looks very light at the bottom. So then I thought, well, that's weird. It almost looks like a black and tan.
But what an elegant pour there, right?
Yeah.
Like, you've got the lightness at the bottom, you've got the dark center, and that bubbly, frothy, mocha almost colored top. Maybe more of a sandy colored top.
Yep. And again, very tight.
Dunkel means I can get peaks in German, right?
No, it means dark.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it might as well, because we've peaked on all 3 of these.
Yes, we have.
I mean, I have.
Well, who doesn't?
But yeah, that's a really nice presentation for
Oh, that's
the
beautiful. Floral.
A little bit of bread.
But I'm not getting that wheat beer floral that I would usually not enjoy. This I'm really enjoying this. This is malty. This has just a hint of that floral. Oh, and I'm getting lots of banana.
A touch of the scent of penny. And that's just an association for me with copper and the darkness that I'm getting here, but it's kind of a fresh hop scent in this case. That's sweet.
Oh, molasses.
Yeah, the molasses is right there at the back of the tongue, but also a brightness at the tip of the tongue.
Yes, molasses and like almost a bit of lemon, just to kind of
Just a
brighten it
touch,
up.
just
Yeah.
a touch.
Oh.
None of the banana, none of the bubble gum that you get off a wheat beer, but nonetheless, it's still
Wow.
got that dark, and it's still got that hint of sweet and that little bit of bitter in the finish. More of a dry finish than bitter, I'd say. But a very pleasant drink. This is well-rounded. The other two were great beers, but this one just feels easy access.
The molasses is so present, but not overpowering. Really, really nice flavor. Just really adds to that.
Very active on the tongue, too.
Yes.
Lots
This
of
is
bubbling.
I really enjoy this one. This is really nice.
Well, my old friend, hello darkness tonight with the Dunkles.
That's true.
Yeah. See
It's
what I
come
did
to
there? It was
it's time to come and see you again.
bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You
Okay.
picked up what I was
I
putting
did.
down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's time to actually go though. It's not time to come and see you.
You're
It's
right.
actually time to go. It's unfortunately we've reached the end.
That was fun drinking some Dunkel.
It was really great.
They were a slam Dunkel.
No. Anyways, sorry about Jay's joke. Thanks so much for watching the Rural Juror Brewery Tour.
Screw you.
Well
I'm Jay.
said. I'm Seth.
Check us out next time when we try some more beers and insult each other.
Absolutely. Idiot. Make sure you like and subscribe below.
And go to the website, ruraljurorbrewerytour.com, And you can check out the blog, you can check out all the past episodes, buy us a beer, go to our Patreon, see some pretty pictures, see some things that we typed, surf the web, feel
That'd be
connected
great.
to the superhighway, find ways of connecting with other people
Superhighway, is that
in
like
the
the
world.
401?
Have a great day.
The
Bye-bye.
401, right? Yeah, the super highway.
Yeah, it's a highway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cheers.
One, not as sweet, just a lot more of those flavors you would associate with sweet.
I'm getting a lot more of the malt in this one, but I think it's because the malt is mixing with that floral idea, and I think it's just kind of bumping that up a little bit. They're kind of working hand in hand. For
Oh,
me.
that's sweet.
I know.
Working hand in hand with Paul Rudd.
Oh, that's so cute.